So we'll do a little project. For this you need your hoop, piece of fabric, plain, patterned, whatever it is you want to use, larger than the circle, larger than the circle. What I do then is I take that piece of fabric which I've pressed and it's nice, and I find a center by folding it in half and in quarters. Just mark it lightly like that. And this will be on the reverse side. I'm just going to center, and I use the little screw top just as the center, eyeball, general center, and just do a light pencil line using the outer large ring. So I haven't taken it apart yet, it's all still together. Okay, so I've just marked, and that just gives me a general outline. You won't see that because this is the wrong side. This is going to be our wrong side. Onto that then, you're going to put a little piece of lightweight iron-on interfacing, and that will just stabilize your piece of fabric for working. To get the correct size for this, I take the inner hoop. Okay, so it's going to be completely round, the inner hoop out. And on the side of the interfacing, that should feel flat. So the side with the feel lumpy and bumpy, that's the side with the glue. On the side that feels flat, take your inner circle, and inside of that, draw a little pencil line, cut that out, go back to your ironing board and just lay that, when you've it cut out, within, so kind of level it up within that outer circle that you've already drawn. So that gives you a position then for your, very difficult to see on this, but gives you a position then for your interfacing on the wrong side of your piece. Okay, now on the right side you'll still have a marking for the center, and here is where you have to kind of make a judgment of what size your design is going to be. And I think the best way to do that is to take some paper, A4 sheet of paper or whatever size paper will fit the particular hoop that you're using, fold it in halves and quarters again to get a center, and take your inner hoop and roughly line that up in what would be the center of your design. Again, draw a circle inside of that, and then you know that this is the perimeter into which you're going to draw or put your particular design for your particular hoop, whichever it is you want to do. What I suggest maybe is a good idea too is just to roughly sketch whatever design I've just did. This might have two pieces of fabric, it could be a little bit of embroidery, could use buttons, pieces of leftover felt. This is a design maybe that I'm going to go with a house or something similar. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, something similar, but within, so you get it all proportioned. This is just an idea I'm working off here. I have some leftover pieces of felt from previous projects. I had some fancy buttons. I have my little piece of stitchery which I'm going to use. I had some scraps of felt. I just didn't make a pattern, roughly cut them out, and I'm going to use, so this is maybe an idea that I'm going to run with, or maybe not. We'll see as the time goes. So there's an opportunity to do something like that and use blanket stitch, herringbone stitch, chain stitch, all your different stitches, whatever it is. Keep it simple, keep it as complicated as you want. You could also do traditional applique using cotton and iron-on Bondo web or fusible web on the back. Cut out your pieces, iron them on, and stitch them whatever way you like. So it's a very relaxed project, very individual. And if we get that to that stage and putting it together, we'll look then at finishing it when you've your design done and finishing it inside the hoop.